apple cider real quick while that's dissolving there. So this is just store-bought stuff. The orchard around Lincoln, they're all out right now for, they said they're at a low apple harvest here. So this is Mussman's. I've used this before. You want to find the stuff that is actually made from fresh apples. And another way you can just tell if it's the kind of cider you want, if it's from crushed apples, is if it's real cloudy on the bottom. You can see that sediment on the bottom there. So that's one way to tell. Basically, you just don't want anything. It could be pasteurized. You don't want anything that's preserved. Any preservatives are going to prevent your yeast from making your alcohol. It's kind of the same thing like when you're making beer. You got to make sure your tap water doesn't have lots of chlorine in it, because it will kill it off. So the reason, you're probably wondering why I'm going through the trouble of dissolving the sugar in there. So look how dark that is with the brown sugar. So basically what you do is, if you want to know what your alcohol percentage is on your beers or in your ciders, you got to have a hydrometer. And this is like something you got, if you took chemistry, this measures specific gravity. And so they're always talking about, what's your OG or your FG on your ciders. It's specific gravity, but OG just means original gravity, and FG means your final gravity. If you got one like this that's actually made for brewing, let's see if I can get it to focus. It's got about 3 different scales. See the percentage? So if you rotate it here, let's see if I can get it to hold still. So there's the percentage. So this is without any sugar in it. It should get to about 5.5% alcohol. That's the potential. Now, if we were to take a final gravity when it's done fermenting, and it reads, like 1%, and we had a potential of like 5%, that means we got 4% alcohol. So you got to just figure out your numbers. But if you just go by OG, this one is going to be about, let's see if I let it go. The OG is this rating here, so it'd be 1.042, something like that. But I find it a lot easier just to use your percentage here, because that's your alcohol there. So if you would put it in a liquid like this, and I don't think it's going to be deep enough, but it's got to be at a room temperature. It can affect it if it's not, if it's hot or cold. It will affect how your gravity readings read. But basically, I'm going to kick it up so it's got more potential. So it would probably read, somewhere maybe like closer to 8 or 10% alcohol. So we'll see what happens. But then by the time I throw in this other stuff, it kind of dilutes it out. So we're probably going to be on, I don't know, 6 or 8 or something. So nice and alcoholic. This is some stuff I already have done. This is from an old batch, just kind of sitting around. If I have time, I'll do an OG on that too, or a FG actually would be. So this stuff is all done. It's real dry. I haven't done any sweetening to it at all. So